Hey guys, welcome to our Power 30. I am Carrie Gabriel, and today I'm going to tell you guys some tips for Facebook posting 101. I didn't organize these, so they're kind of going to be all over the place, but you might want to get a pen and paper because some of these you might not have heard before. Okay, like literally, I just made notes. So I'm going to read down here and just elaborate a little bit. All right, have you seen some people on your Facebook newsfeed that you don't want to see anymore? Like, do you have a cousin that posts every single thing that they eat, everything they do, every time they sneeze, everything? You can unfollow or mute that person and they will not know it. If they do not bring you joy on your newsfeed, you can mute people or unfollow them, okay? They won't know. If you click on like you see a post that you really don't like and you never want to see anything like that again, if you click on hide post, it's going to tell the Facebook algorithm that you don't want to see that kind of stuff. So you'll start to not see it. So if it's, you know, something violent or something like that, you won't see as much of stuff like that. You can use a fancy text generator to make your post stand out. Tasha recommends lingojam.com. That's what she said, lingojam.com. And you can do all those fancy letters, the bolds and stuff like that. You can block app invites and game requests if you want. Do you get a lot of those? I don't. I don't get them ever, not ever. And all you have to do is you go to settings, games, and app notifications, turn it off. That's it. That's all you got to do. Yes, I see a lot of people writing that one down. All right, you can save posts that you want to refer back to later. And I know we do a lot of this with like our host a post and stuff like that, but you can also, if you see like a training video that you really like, or if you see something like somebody post something and you want to take it and make it your own and post it later, you can save that post too. And you can save them to collections. If you hit the 3 dots on a post, one of the options is save. And then you can save it to a folder that says want to post later or training or something like that, and you can go back and refer to it. Okay. All right, set up, what does she do? Set up lists for your friends. Did you know you can do that? You can put all your friends in different lists and you can actually post to just those people. So if you've got something like you got like your dream team for distributors, you can actually put them all on a Facebook list. And if you were to post to that list instead of public, private, friends, or whatever, you post to that list like dream team, then they are more likely to see it because it's targeted towards them. So you can do that with your loyal customers. Whenever you specials pop up, you could do that with your potential loyal customers. You could do that with people who wanted coffee. Like you could put your coffee friend, like you can do however you want. You could do your awesome host host. You know, you can change it up however you want.
Can I use that?
Yeah, I'm not recording or anything.
Okay, good.
You're gonna be a YouTube star now.
Good, you're not. Good, you're not recording.
Am I not recording? No, I am. Okay. Close the door. Okay, you can edit your ad preferences. Do you guys ever see ads and you're like, I don't really want that? I went to GameStop yesterday. Today, my Facebook full of ads for video games. I don't care about that stuff at all. I'm not going to buy any of it. So what you can do is you can go to settings, ads, and then your interest, and you can take things off. Because Facebook has collected all this data as you've been scrolling, as you've been talking, as you've been going into stores, and you can actually take that off. All right, here's some things about posting. Ask questions. A good call to action is really important on your post because you want people commenting underneath. So if you ask questions, then you're going to get that. So you can even just make your post a question. Like one time I didn't care about this answer, but I posted, what's your favorite double stroller? I need to get one soon. And it had hundreds of comments because people had an opinion on their favorite double stroller. So you can do that for whatever questions you want. Okay, talk. I can't read my own handwriting. I really can't figure out what I wrote on that, so we're gonna skip that one. All right, so here's a setting thing. On your Facebook, set it up so that you have to review everything that goes on your timeline. Okay, this is super important. You do not want 14 hosts to post in a row on your timeline. You absolutely don't. You don't. Can you get down? You don't want like your cousin tagging you and stuff on your timeline. Like you don't. So what you can do is you can go to your settings and there's an option for that and you can turn it off. So, oh, that's yours. Okay. You can turn it off so that now you'll get a notification every time somebody wants to post something on your timeline and you can deny it or approve it. Okay, super, super important. Can you what? What is going on in this world today? Okay, all right. Here, this one. I love this one. If you have a business page, just walk, dude, it's not locked. Turn the doorknob and walk out. Just because she closed it doesn't mean you can't leave. Thank you. She does that every time somebody closes the door on her. It makes no sense. She's on the inside. Okay. So if you have a business page and you go live on it, you know how sometimes you'll share it to your personal page or wherever. I know for our drawings, things like that, I share it. I don't have to. What you can do is you can, if you're on your business page, tag yourself in that live and it automatically will go on your page. You can approve it and it'll be there. And that way you're not having a bunch of shares and you'll get a better reach that way. Yeah. That one was one of my favorite tips. Don't tag a billion people in your post. Okay. If you tag like 70 of your friends, it's great because you're pulling from their algorithms too, because it's like they're the author of the post also. But if they untag themselves, it hurts you. And I know I untag myself a lot and that's hurting other people, but I don't want to be a part of whatever it is that they're doing. They're just using me for my algorithm, you know? It's different if you're posting about a promotion, stuff like that. Like that's different and people are not going to untag themselves on that. But if it's an ad for sunglasses, you know, things like that, like that's going to hurt somebody's algorithm. Okay. Do not share a post. Super important. There's like a hierarchy of posting on Facebook, and sharing from another source is number whatever the last number is. Okay. If you see something that you love, like you see the funniest meme in the world, don't share it and help out that person. Take it yourself and repost it like it's yours. That's going to boost your algorithm tremendously. I notice sometimes I'll get like 200 shares on a picture and I can go in and I can look at those shares, the ones that are my friends, and they don't get nearly as many likes or anything as I get. And it's because I'm the original source content. They are not. So the reach that they have with that, not as much. Okay. So they're helping me, hurting themselves. So when you're sharing from other people, hurting yourself, helping me, which is great. So thanks, but not your intention, right? All right. So lives have a great reach. We all know that. Facebook loves original content that is never, ever going to go away. Not ever. So what could be more original than a live? You can't do it the same way twice. So that is like way up at the top of the posting, whatever I called it before. So you want to go live. I know I've been going live every single day. It's not hard at all. It's actually pretty easy. I put my my phone and a coffee cup and I make coffee. I'm going to make my coffee anyways. Why not go live? If I don't want my face in it, I don't put my face in it. I usually do though, but it's not that hard. So lives are number 1, sharing number 57. Okay. Every now and then post something interactive. Okay, it's not that you don't have to do it necessarily every single day, but every now and then post something intentionally interactive so that you get people talking on your Facebook. Okay, that could be something like, which do you prefer, tacos or pizza? Or I'm redoing my kitchen, which backsplash do you like the best? Or I'm going to this place, what dress do you like? Or you know, it could be absolutely anything. Do you have any potty training tips? Seriously, anything that is a low risk post, meaning people don't have to put a lot of thought into it and they don't have to be embarrassed by their answer, so it's super low risk, and things like that will boost up your algorithm with people. So if like I make a post and Tasha, Galaxy View, which is Maria, but it says Galaxy View, Tina, Sherry, if all of them comment on my post, then Facebook's like, oh, they like Carrie, so they're going to start seeing more of my stuff. And that is your goal. You want your stuff seen. Why else would you be posting it? Okay. All right. So let's say you have a post and you've got 10 comments. What do? Post something else. No, you don't. What you do is you work your post. Okay. So you go in through your comments and you'll love a post. You can reply to somebody. Your goal, and this is like super key right here, your goal is to get conversations going inside of your post. Because when somebody comments, that's like, oh, awesome, they like Carrie. But if somebody comments like 5 times in your post, then Facebook's like, oh, they love her. They really want to see her stuff. So whenever you get people talking to each other, that's like the best. I love it when my friends are talking to each other. I'm like, you guys don't even know each other, but that's okay. And if you have to get the conversation going yourself, then that's fine. If someone's like, maybe you make like, what'd you have for dinner last night as your interactive post, and then people are commenting and someone's like, I had nachos, and you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. What did you put on your nachos? Like, what's your recipe or whatever? And then they're answering you, and then you can talk back and you're having these conversations, and you don't have to do it all at once. You can, like, I'll usually go back when I'm working I call it working a post. I don't know why I made that up, but I go back and I do like 2 or 3 comments at a time. And then later I'll go back and I'll do 2 or 3 comments at a time. Sometimes it takes me days, and that's okay. It just keeps bumping that up for days. Okay, do not post more than every 2 hours. Like, that is the absolute minimum. You can wait way longer if you want, but if you post at like noon and then you post again at 12:05, 12:10, 12:15, don't laugh. I mean, you guys are like, I would never do that. Some of you do that. Some of you right now are like, I'm not supposed to. Like, you do that. So what you're doing is your 12:10 post bumped out your 12:05 post. And then your 12 o'clock post, that's like obsolete now. No one's ever going to see that unless they're actually looking at your Facebook. And what are the odds? Because most stuff comes from the news feed. Most views on Facebook come from the news feed. So that's where you want to go. Okay. Sorry. I get a little riled up about that stuff. I want to leave you with one last thing, and that is to think about your branding on Facebook. And that is, it's not super formal. It's just what you want people to think when they see you. Okay, so if you want people to think of you as being an awesome mom, then do awesome things with your kids and post about it. If you want to think about how you love the color teal, then post about the color teal every now and then. Every post doesn't have to have it, but put it in there. If you want them to think of you when they see coffee, then drink your coffee, go live with your coffee, show off your coffee mugs, just pick a few things and then have that kind of woven into your Facebook so that people feel like they're getting to know you, because that is the point of the branding, so that they're thinking about you. Like, I know somebody made me, oh God, it was like the best present ever. She made me bacon roses for my birthday. Like on a stick, bacon, it looked like roses. Delicious. Like best present ever. But you know why she knew I loved bacon? Because I talked about bacon a lot. You know, so she got me the best present ever because I was posting about it and she was seeing it and she knew. Okay, so I think I might have gone a little over my 10 minutes, but I was on a roll, so I try to keep it short. All right, next up, Tina Hatcliffe. You ready? You're muted.
I'm ready now. Okay, y'all, today I'm going to talk about simplicity of taxes, and I'm going to tie this together where I think you will understand it in a quick way. So when you start It Works, you are an independent contractor. You're an independent distributor. You have your own business. You're the CEO of your own business. So I'm going to compare this with your steps. In step 1, you sign up. You are now going to be getting a 1099. That's why we need your Social Security number, because as you make money, we add it all together for the year and we send you a 1099. Now, when you're making money, you got to have ways that you made it. And so you want write-offs so that you're not paying 100% tax money on that 1099. So example of some write-offs. Let's go to step number 1. Let's stay on step number 1. Your 80 BV auto ship. We have an option of an 80 BV plus auto ship every month, or 150 in loyal customer orders. The 80 BV auto ship becomes 100% tax write-off because that's what you've been told to be able to get your check. So every month when you're getting your auto ship, that is 100% write-off against that 1099 that you're making. We're trying to make that money that you're making where it's requiring you things to do, so you're subtracting from it. You want to get it as low as you can. So an 80 BV auto ship plus, you can do more, is the best way to get that going. Now, let's stay with steps to success for just a second. Let's go on down to step number 2, because this is what we're going to teach you out of the gate is steps to success. How do you make money? You just do them over and over. So step number 2 is go get loyal customers. So you go get loyal customers. We want you to get 6 out of the gate so you can open every door we've got to start making money. Nothing's left behind when you get your 6. But those 6 are going to create your first thing of commissions. And you're going to get, if you keep them, 15% off every one of those customers. That is commissions. That is being added to your 1099. That's where you're accumulating what you're making. Is step number 2, those loyal customers. So now let's go on down to step number 3. And step number 3 says, go Ruby. How do you go Ruby? You go get distributors, people on your team. So every time you get a distributor and they start getting their customers, because they're just duplicating what you do by the steps to success, you can earn $100 fast start or $150 fast start off of those distributors. So that is another thing that's being added to your 1099 is those fast starts that you are getting. So that is using your steps to success to understand. Step 1, you're going to start getting a 1099. Step 1B of that 80 auto ship is part of your write-off. That's the biggest one of your write-offs straight out of the gate, the biggest one. And then step 2, those loyal customers are counting commissions. That's what's accumulating to add your 1099 up. And step 3, getting those DTs. Immediately the fast starts, that's another part. As they start working and you get commissions, then your 1099 gets bigger numbers. And let me tell you, you want that 1099 to get big. The more you do, that we all want to pay a lot of taxes. So the bigger the 1099, you're probably going to be doing a lot more. You know, just scream and shout when you pay more taxes, you're actually making more money. So let's add a couple more basics to what is a write-off that I know everybody does this. So not only 80 auto ship, but your phone. Y'all, we cannot do business without a phone. 100% tax write-off. This is with you all day long. I mean, on the average now that I'm using social media, I'm like 10 hours a day. This is 100% tax write-off. So if you get in and you've got a little flip phone and you have to go get a new one, guess what? Whatever you pay for that phone, whatever that phone bill is, that is a tax write-off. And you all are going to have that as part of your business. Another one, some of you have laptops, some of you have computers, 100%. I remember when I bought my new little Apple laptop, it was like 100% write-off because that's what I'm going to be using for my business. Other things is your printer. If you are not printing your own, say, Steps to Success, if you're not printing them yourself, you're still probably going to a quick place like a Staples or Office Max. That is 100% tax write-off, y'all, for you to get your supplies that you need to work your business. Giveaways. I think all of you are doing this. You're contributing money to either get in those weekly contests or to contributing money so that you can get in with the Host a Post giveaway. Maybe that's $10 a month you're doing. That is 100% tax write-off. If you want to reward your team with gifts or take them to the movie, that is 100% tax write-off when you're giving back to your team and giving them things. Other things is once we get going again, I expect to see every single one of you at conference when we have it in 2021. I don't really know there's anything on the books right now that's going to happen in 2020, especially with everything going on with the COVID right now. But when you go to conference, that is considered continued education, y'all, and it's everything. If I get my car and get gas to, get to the airport, do I go to the airport and I eat breakfast there and then I eat something on the airplane? Oh, I had my fingernails done before I left for this big conference. I had my hair done before I left for this big conference. I went and got a new makeup because it's going to look better. Literally, y'all, everything you do to go to conference and while you're at conference, your Uber drivers, anything, keep every receipt because it's 100% tax write-off for a continued education. Since you're already going, why not stay an extra day at the beach? I think Carrie always encourages that with a lot of her team because that's part of you getting there and you getting home for that continued education. So that is 100% tax write-off. So I just wanted to keep it very basic because, I can get in really deep with this. But just think of it when you're trying to share it with a new distributor, Steps to Success ties in to the 1099 and why the 1099, because people are going to go, I don't want to give you my social security number. Well, guess what? We do something called Steps to Success and it immediately gets you out of the door making money. So that will be an easy way for you to explain that. And I think I'm probably right on my time here. So you don't care. I love you, Tasha.
Tasha loves Cracker Barrel. I just had to tell her that. Thank you, Tina.
You're welcome.
All right, Tasha, you're up.
I could listen to Tina all day. Thank you for those tips, Carrie. I don't care if you're a Cracker Barrel. I don't care. Okay, so hi everybody. My name is Tasha, and I'm gonna be talking about goals and dreams, and yeah, why they're important and all of that. So for me, before this business, I know a lot of us had dreams, right? And I always say that dreams are not gonna happen, so when I joined this business, my dreams went from dreams to goals, that now I have a deadline of when I want to achieve these goals. And the thing I want to tell you guys is that a lot of us, when we're new and we do this business, is we're scared to dream. We're scared, I guess, of us thinking we're not worthy enough, or that can't be me. I can't be, I cannot buy my own house. I cannot, take care of my family or whatever it is. And I just want you guys to stop that right now. And first step, honestly, is to make a dream board, a goal board. It's mine is a goal board. I'm gonna show you guys. So I have a goal board right here, okay, and it has to do, and then this side says completed. And I put 2020 goal board or 2020 goals because I feel like I'm gonna want to achieve them faster when they're goals versus dreams. And I just completed something. I'll tell you guys I completed something. Yesterday I paid off my Tundra. Oh my gosh. So I wanted to pay off 5,335 by April. It didn't happen. So I just crossed it off and I paid it off yesterday. So that's one thing completed out of August. And it's okay if like your goal is to be a diamond by June and it doesn't happen. Okay, the timeline changes, the goal doesn't. And so always having a dream board, a goal board, maybe doing with your guys' family so that they can see what, thank you, so they can see what you're going for as well. You know, if you have kids and whatnot, let them work with you so that you can show them why you're working so hard. Another thing that I have is I made this cute little thing. Don't mind these people, I don't know who they are. I have like, I asked some of my team like what their goals were for 2020, and I printed it out and I cut it. And I have their goals here, well, whoever commented, because because their goals are just as important as mine, you know? So I love watching, because then I can mark it off too when it happens for them. And it's right above mine. So just, you know, for me, like not only my goals are important, it's my team's as well, you know, and I love reading it because then I can remind them when they want to give up, like, no, you said like Queen Mary, no, you want to pay off your family trips expenses by a car. So when she wants to give up, I know what she's working for. You know, maybe sometimes she'll forget or whatever it is. And so I feel like whether the goals are small or big, you have to, like, you cannot just be like, I want to buy a house, right? Like you have, like, what is a small goals before you buy a house, you know? Maybe it's to go diamond, maybe it's to sign 6 customers. So small goals always lead to bigger goals, you know? And so I do listen, I do. And so always have those small goals because so that you have small wins. Any win, whether it's big or small, it's gonna help you guys get through the end, you know? So always celebrate your small goals. You know, your small wins, like a loyal customer, yay. Like I celebrate every loyal customer. I probably cry. But all the small things so that you appreciate your big wins. You know, when you appreciate your small wins, you definitely will appreciate your big wins. And so goals are definitely important. Dreams. And I know sometimes some people, like there's some girls like that I personally wrote, and they're like, oh, well, I cannot think of, okay, I'm busy. Sorry. I know, just give me a second. I sorry. Sorry, I'm almost done. Okay. So like, you know, some people are like, I'm never gonna, like, I just feel like they don't feel worthy of their dreams, but just try to take it out. Grab a magazine. It doesn't have to be fancy, like you gotta go buy a frame or something. It could be on like a printer paper where you guys can cut out like things out of a magazine, an old magazine, or you can print off your computer or whatnot, or you can even write it. You can write it like 2020 goals to do and accomplish. I fold it in half and then just, you know, write it when it's completed, cross it off when it's done, you know? So it's super big. Another thing for like to tie into like goals and dreams, it gives you something to continue to work for. You know, if like, and I think it ties into like your why, because if you don't have something you're working for or you don't have a why or whatever, I feel like it's so easy for you to give up because you don't know what you're working for, you know? Like for me, I want to buy my grandparents a classy RV, and because I'll be debt free next month because of this business, that's my first thing is we're gonna buy them. I just talked to my husband. It's so crazy because it's like something I dreamt of before, and now like we're actually talking about it. Like we sat down the other day and we're like, okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna get them, you know, so my only grandparents that are living, you know, and so I'm like, we're gonna buy them a class A RV, and that's something that I can mark off, you know, and it's not just for you or your family, you know what I mean, just you or your husband and kids. It's for like your extended family as well, if that's what you guys want to do, you know. And it's definitely making me work harder because our grandparents are not going to be here any longer, so it makes me get my butt into gear because I want them to enjoy this, you know, before it's too late, you know. So that's another thing of also having just dream. Like there, I maybe honestly like print out a picture of a house and I felt so silly. I was like, cannot, like I'm not worthy of this big thing, you know. And so it's recording, yes. What do you mean? as friends. And sorry, they keep opening the door. Okay, so not what I was saying, yeah, you guys get it, right? Um, the worthy, not feeling worthy, right? When I print out that thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. I live in Hawaii where a bag of rice is like $30, That's like impossible, and but I just put it anyways. Even if you feel silly putting a mansion or you feel silly putting a brand new car and you just feel it's so out of reach, just have it there because I promise when you keep your eye on the prize, over time you will achieve it. So I'm gonna leave you guys with, I want you guys to dream bigger, and just know that you're worth so much more. And of course, always have little goals as well, and but always have those big ones. Like what big? If there was one big goal you could achieve, what would it be? For me, it would be building a house from the ground up. Here on Maui, it's expensive in Hawaii, but that's something I don't know how we're gonna make it happen, but that's definitely on my dream board. And I am going to work for it. And that's it.
Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Tina. This was a really good Zoom. Nice and well-rounded. I appreciate you guys so much. Stick around because the after party starts as soon as I end this recording. Bye, recording people. Uh-huh.